how to clean a sports anchor. Okay, so once again I'm going to imagine these 2 points here, my top out anchor on a sport climb. So I've put a quick draw into one as if I was leading up. I've clipped that draw with my belayer below. So I'm still climbing up at this point and I've reached my anchor. So the first thing I want to do is make myself safe on the anchor. So I've got one quick draw on one with the rope going to the ground, so that's pretty safe, but I want a second point because I'm going to take some slack up in a minute. So normally I do this long before I got to the top of my climb, but I'm going to show you just for the benefit of teaching here. So I've got a locking carabiner and a 60cm sling. This could also be a bit of cord, as long as it's something safe that you trust. So into my belay loop, I'm going to larkspur that sling into place, making sure the taped knot of my sling is well out of the way. I'm then going to clip myself into that sport anchor and lock it off. Now, I'm not going to shout safe to my belayer, okay? Because if I do that, I'm technically only on 1 point, because it'll take me off belay. So I'm going to keep myself on belay, but I'm going to shout slack, okay? When that happens, I can take some slack up. I'm going to pass the rope through these anchor points. Now, I'm assuming I can't open these carabiners, so it's usually a solid ring on these sport routes. So I'm going to keep taking up slack until I can pass the rope comfortably with both, and keep taking up that slack until I can almost reach it to my harness. I'm then going to tie a figure 8 on a bite. I'm just going to dress that up a bit, make sure it's neat, because eventually this is going to be the knot that you sit on and lower off from. There we go, nice neat figure 8 there. I'm then going to take the spare locking carabiner. I'm going to clip that into my belay loop on top of my sling, like so, and I'm going to lock that up. Now, at this point, I need to untie my old knot. I've tied in through both anchor points of the sport anchor back into my harness, so it's actually safe for me to undo this knot now. I'm still on belay. So my old knot comes undone, and then what I normally do is just pull the tail, which formed my old knot, back through the anchor. I'll just neaten that up and chuck it out of the way, just so it's not hindering anyone. Cool, I can then get rid of this quick draw at the top now. I don't need that on anymore. And you should probably start to see my rope is now neatly through both rings of the anchor, and I've got my backup on the sling here as well. So I'm ready to go. I've got my rope through both anchors, my knot tied in, that's locked up. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm ready to lower off the route now. Okay, so I'm going to shut down my belayer, take in. At this point, I'm just going to pull myself up a little bit on the rock until that rope, my belayer, takes me a little further so that my sling goes slack. I can then undo my sling. I shouldn't have to tell my belayer anything at this point because he knows, or she knows, I'm still on belay. So I shouldn't have to say anything other than take. That comes off, and now I can give the okay to lower. Lower off,